Adrian Bott for yourself and Gay in the Everest Storm Boy. He was in, he wasn't in, he's in now.
Yeah, he's in. Great to see him take his place. Looks in tremendous order. I thought he's done particularly well since he's running the Golden Rose. Freshened up nicely and drawn well. So, yeah, certainly looking forward to seeing him take his place.
Be Abdullah proven big race rider. From barrier 5, if he jumps, how do you see the early stages panning out?
Yeah, look, no doubt he's got good tactical speed that would like to utilise in the early stages of the race. So, Brenton's a positive rider, a strong rider, and we've had great success with him previously. So, I think he'll be a great choice to have on the colt, and I'm sure he's looking forward to getting aboard as well.
Lady of Camelot from barrier 11 for Rachel King. Do you want to see it go forward?
Yeah, look, she's got tactical speed also. So we may need to call on that from barrier 11, put herself right in the race. First up run at weight for age level was excellent. She's trained on nicely. Looks in really good order, and her most recent trial going into this, I thought was particularly sharp. She had a nice turn of foot there and travelled really well throughout. So really pleased with her.
What are the chances of her finding her autumn 2-year-old form?
Yeah, every chance. She looks as good as she has, or the best she has this preparation physically. So, we went into, before she even had to run this campaign, we wanted to see her lining up in this race. So, we tried to have her reaching her peak for the day. So every chance we can see her back to that slipper form.
And in the King Charles, Major Beale with Adam Hieronymus on top, what do you think there?
Yeah, look, obviously he'll be an outsider in the market, but his runs around the mile, this preparation have certainly been very honest. Stuck on bravely after doing plenty of work in the Epsom. I thought one of his best runs this preparation was prior to that in the 7 stakes at also at weight for age and around some good horses that we can also take a line through in this race. So it's going to be a high pressure race, no doubt, which I think he'll really enjoy and relish. So he's certainly better than what the odds may suggest.
Darren Beadman for Godolphin, Traffic Warden. Huge chance in the Tab Everest. Jamie Carr, barrier 2. If the horse jumps, where would you like to see it settling down?
Look, he's quite a adaptable type of colt. He can race on speed, he can race back. I think, just once they leave the gates, I think in a race of this nature, you just got to leave it a little bit open when the horse is so adaptable, and just go on what the speed of the race is and what horses are around you. And yes, it was ideal drawing too.
Presuming it's a good run that the horse gets, got to go close to winning.
Yeah, it's obviously it's the creme de la creme as far as the sprinters go. Every runner's a worthy runner in the race, and a lot of 3-year-olds and some nice 3-year-old colts in the race as well. So, look, he performed at Group 1 level against his own age group, but taking on these more seasoned horses, he's going to know that he's going to be in a race. But I think with the soft draw, it really enhances his chances.
Double-pronged attack in the King Charles, Pericles and Tom Kedden. What do you think there?
Well, Pericles, he's on the quick back up, and with the addition of blinkers, you obviously need a seasoned horse in this race. It's an extremely good race. He's a very fit horse, so the quick backup's probably not going to hurt him in a sense. I don't think that you're going to need to have a very good level of performance and fitness, given that the runners that are in the race, and it's going to be running very strong speed. So I think it's probably a furlong too far for him last start. So I think mile at Randwick is his pet distance.
And Tom Kitten?
Yes, Tom. He's gallant second in the Epsom. He's been ultra consistent this preparation. He's drawn the car park, but there'll be guaranteed a speed in the race, and it'll give us a chance to be able just to tuck him in and find some cover, and hopefully he'll be producing strong late.
Kieran McAvoy, you've got a great ride in the Tab Everest, growing empire for the Kieran Maher stable, barrier 7. We don't know how good that horse is yet.
Yeah, he's lightly raced, and he's on the improve. He's put forward some good runs this preparation and last preparation. So narrowly beaten in the Group 1 Manikato against the older horses. So yeah, looking forward to the race on the weekend. Not
surprising at all that you would get a ride in the Everest, because you're the best performed jockey in the race with 3 wins, 2 on Redzell, 1 on Classic Legend. You've won from in front, you've won from behind.
Yeah, it's been a great race for me. I've been lucky enough to get on some good quality horses in the race, and this year's affair is it's wide open in my opinion. You can make a case for a lot of the runners in the race, and my horse he's sat behind. He's been up on the speed, so he's a little bit versatile, and the key is just to have him in a nice, comfortable position. So that'll be the main aim going through the early stages of the race on the weekend.
Finally, I guess if you're going to win a big race like that, you've got to know your horse, but you also got to know how a race like that typically pans out.
That's right, yeah. It's a high pressure race, and the weekend will be no different. So, it's nice to have been able to go and do it in such a big race, and hopefully we can do it again on the weekend.
Molly Burke, you've got a couple of rides at Saturday's big meeting, Secret Plan. What do you think of the chances?
Yeah, look, this horse has been going really good, running very consistent races this prep. He's been up in Queensland a bit and running really well up there. Last time he raced down here, I obviously won on him at Rose Hill in a nice race, and looks like another good race for him on Saturday. Drawn a bit tricky, but last time I won on him, we'd drawn about there as well, so hopefully it plans out the same.
And Ballistic Kids.
Yeah, same deal. This horse has been running very well this prep. It's been in all the big cups, Goulburn Cup and all those ones, trying to get into that big dance race. It's definitely in the little dance already, but yeah, we're still just trying to get that slot in the big dance. He's drawn a bit tricky too, barrier 10 I think we have there, but he's a very adaptable horse and he likes a bit of sting out of the ground, so it'd be nice if the rain hangs around.
How's it going in Sydney from your view? You're getting good support from the trainers?
Yeah, it's going very well at the moment, getting a good go, and yeah, as I said, it's a bit amazing to still be in town on Everest Day, even if it is just a couple of rides. It's a big thrill to be there.
Zach Lloyd in the Tab Everest, Steffi Magnetica for Bjorn Baker, barrier 6. Great run along the inside, last start for second in the shorts.
Yeah, she's going really well. It was good barrier for her last night. Very pleased with how she's going. She galloped really good yesterday as well. Probably the best she's worked. All things are setting up nicely. Hopefully we can just get a nice run in transit, and I'm sure I'm on the right horse. I wouldn't swap her for anything.
In what looks a very even race, it's probably a good thing that a horse like her isn't afraid of running around other horses and going for narrow gaps.
Yeah, exactly. If a narrow gap presents itself, I'm sure both of us will be more than happy to go for it. She's very tenacious. That's what makes her so good. She's got a fair bit of sass in her, and what she lacks in height, she definitely makes up in height.
And as a Stradbroke winner, it'll be tough at the end.
Yeah, exactly. She runs out 1,400 metres, no worries. I'm pretty sure if she runs well on the weekend, a set-up to the Golden Eagle looks like the goal for the team. So that's obviously 1,500, so I'm sure she's definitely going to be strong over the 1,200 at Randwick.
If King Charles does appear at the races and you win the King Charles III Stakes on Pericles, for James Cummings, you might be meeting him after the race.
Yeah, that would be unreal. Obviously, Pericles is a very good horse on his day. Stretched out to 1,900 last start, which he might just not be able to run out the trip anymore. But back to a mile, he's obviously a very fit horse. And yeah, if I could even just meet King Charles, that'd be pretty cool.
Airman for the Hawke stable in the Sydney Stakes, barrier 4, won the Premier last start. You and the stable are going well together. Yeah,
we always have a bit of luck with each other, myself and the Hawks team, which is good. Yeah, Airman beat Bellina Patina, Giga Kick last start, so he brings great form lines to the race. Obviously, it's a very strong Sydney Stakes with the 4 Everest emergencies in there. Also, like Overpass, it's a secondary Everest, so Airman's definitely going to have to produce a similar run to his last, if not a better run. And but I think barrier 4 is very, very good for Airman. He can put himself on the speed somewhere, and hopefully a bit of confidence was come into him after that last win.
Finally, it's been a bit rough and tumble for you lately, and not even in the races. A couple of accidents, so you can see the black eye just clearing up.
Yeah, the races are going great. I'm having a good run at the moment, but as you said, everything bar the races, I'm just trying to survive. I'm copping headbutts, copping horses going through fences, so just trying to make it to the weekend in one piece. But it's not affecting my riding, so it's all good.
Josh Parr, you got a couple of big rides on Saturday in the Kosciuszko Tanglewood for Todd Howlett from barrier 9. How do you see it unfolding from there?
Yeah, the barrier's okay. He's a horse that's actually been racing off speed in shorter races, but he has got that ability to press forward if need be. So that'll just determine on the speed and how the track's playing Saturday, but a versatile horse who's going really well.
You've ridden him a few times for multiple wins, so the horse jockey understanding is definitely there.
Yeah, that's right. I have that benefit, I guess, of knowing the horse quite well. And as you mentioned, a victory a few times. So he's going into the race with really good form. Todd's done a great job so far to get him to the race in good condition, and I hope that he's with a bit of luck that we can perform on the big stage.
Overpass going first up into the Sydney Stakes. Tried hard to get him into the Everest, and he wouldn't look out of place in the field that's been assembled.
No, that's exactly right. I think he's a 115 rated horse, so he's a Group 1 winner, and we put forward a pretty good case to majority of the slot holders to get a start, and unfortunately we didn't. So that's what we're dealt with now. So we've got a very good consolation to contest in the Sydney Stakes. He's obviously going to start near enough to favourite, I'd say. I do hope we have a favourable forecast with the weather. I don't particularly want a wet track with him. He's definitely a better horse when he race on top of the ground and use his asset, which is his speed, and then quicken off of a good tempo. So let's hope for that.
So barrier 8, you'll see them on the inside and on the outside in the big field. If he jumps well, where would you like him in the run?
Oh, he'll be forward. He's got that natural pattern. That's just him. We won't take that away from him. Obviously, Coal Crusher in the race, he's drawn to our inside. He'll look to press forward. Marzu's to our outside. They'd have to be very fast to lead him. I'm certain of that. But if they do, if that's the tactics that they want to adopt, then we saw in the Quokka this year that he was able to take the sit behind Malkovich and be just as dominant. So he's such a seasoned galloper now. We can go there with a lot of confidence and ride him pretty much to suit. Well, number one, to suit him, but if we have to adapt to a particular speed map or a particular bias of the track, then we can.
Tommy Berry in the Everest, sunshine in Paris, won the Chiraco, trialled well since. Great ride for you.
Yeah, no, it is. She's had everything just fall into place very well this preparation. There's been no excuses for her, and obviously with her having the slot from the start of the prep, it's been nice where they've been able to set a preparation out the way they would have liked, and Rob and Annabelle are very pleased with her, and they've done a great job. She looks in great order, and from that hairy little girl that you saw about a month ago in the Strako, then you're going to see a lot nicer top on Saturday.
How do you rate barrier 8?
Look, 5 would have been better than 8, but 8's better than 10, 11, 12. So, look, it's a nice enough barrier for her. It gives her a chance to get out in plenty of room, which she likes to do. And we're fortunate with a race like it is that there's not a bad horse in the race to follow. So it doesn't matter what you get on the back of, you're going to get taken into the race. And I think this year's edition, the best horse will win.
In the King Charles, it's Amelia's Jewel. They're getting it gradually to return to its best form.
Yeah, they are, and she's tightened up a lot since that last run. I think she still needed it a little bit, and she's looking for the mile. Her work here on Tuesday morning was very sharp, and barrier 9 didn't disappoint me too much. Probably gives us the opportunity to ride her a bit quieter. We might be having her probably a little bit too close in the run just through the way that the races have been run without much speed in it, but there's a good bit of pressure in the race, obviously prior to Jenny, so she'll run them along, and hopefully we can get on the back of the right horse to take us into the race. But it's another field full of quality. Elson
Boy in the Kosciuszko, you have won on the horse at Canamble.
Yeah, that was sort of midway through his winning streak, and he's a lovely horse who's taken all before him. I loved his first up run. He was very strong through the line on that occasion, and he finds a race where he looks like he'll be able to sit either with the favourite or take up the lead himself. He's very tough and honest, and whether he can win or not, that's yet to be seen. But he'll be right there at the pointy end of at the 100 metres.
Trained by Darren at Dubbo, one of the grand old men of racing. Is he giving you the benefit of his wisdom?
I haven't spoken to Dar yet. He's a man of few words. He doesn't say a lot. He sort of leaves it to you. But the Dar rode him at Canamble. He just said, jump out, go fast, and keep getting quicker. So I think nothing's going to change there. But a lovely man and very well respected in the industry, and it'd be lovely for him to get a nice race like this.
A couple for Michael Friedman in the Sydney Stakes. It's Mumbai Muse.
Yeah, disappointed with her, Barry. She's a mare that she's got enough speed to get herself in trouble from out there. So we're going to have a really good look at that race and come up with a plan. But she couldn't be going any better at home, and it's a great race for her. But she's probably, she's drawn a bit ordinary. So have a few of the favourites. So look, there's not much I can say about her other than she's been going well all prep, going well at home, and we're going to have to just come up with a plan from where we are.
And in the Silver Eagle, it's Moravia, good recent form in benchmark race. It's also run well at group level.
Yeah, look, he was unlucky in a Golden Rose, and that's why he stayed in that group company for so long. But it sort of got to the point he come back at Gelding, and Michael wanted to see more of him and get his confidence up, and I think he's done that now. He was a very good winner first up, and second up he was beaten by Ostraka, and he's got a wing on every foot. So very nice horse. He's well represented in this race with a good draw, and the team's very happy with him at home.
Kerry Parker, you've got well timed in 2 races at the moment. Silver Eagle still a first emergency waiting for a scratching, and another race in which it's favourite.
The benchmark 88, 1400, that was always our plan. When the noms were so big in that, I thought I'd better throw a nom in for this Silver Eagle, and as it turns out, I've ended up first emergency there. So look, at this stage we're going to the benchmark 88, but if there's a scratching there, well then all of a sudden we've got a decision to make.
How difficult will that decision be?
They're always difficult. You know, you're only 4 once, but I haven't been in depth and done much form or anything to it. But as the market says, you're telling me I'm favourite in the 88. Well, it's likely to sort of tell me that's a weaker race, isn't it? You know, so but we'll just make a decision when we need to.
What sort of potential has this horse got?
Well, he's still untapped yet. He's still learning about it all. Well, I'm learning about him and just taking each step as it's come, and he's done a terrific job this preparation. Hopefully he can come out and keep doing that, you know. But no, really happy with him, and I think he's just maturing and coming up at the right time, and hopefully there's more wins in store for him.
You got anything coming along that might be another stable star? Maybe not a think it over, but heading in that direction at least.
Let's hope there's a couple there. We've got some nice young horses and unraced stock, and you know, it's a long way from there to being a think it over, but we'll just put them all through their motions and hopefully one will put their hand up.